So, as the all the fresher engineers have chosen the computer science field, paid for 4 years engineering, and why should they do the data entry job? Okay, so I'm not taking anybody personal company's name over here, but this applies to almost all the service based companies. Okay, so even I have also tried few of them service based companies, but yeah, only I had the problem of percentage. I had what's the aggregate to 59%. So TCA, so some company rejected me that even if I had cleared the coding round, the English, what was that? Yeah, English round and aptitude round. And after at the HR round, at the verification, they said that no, your aggregate is 59, so we can't give you the appointment letter.
Correct.
Okay, so what should I do? What could I do? Na? So after actually I am pass out of 2019, and I tried for almost up to December for the campus placements and jobs. In January, I came to know about Bridge Labs, and the best thing I discovered about Bridge Lab is that there is no interview while joining. Only we have to do the fellowship very neatly and challengeably, and we are on. We are into the company directly. So without wasting any time, I quickly joined Bridge Lab in January, and then the journey is all what you know, and all the Bridge Labs team know.
Yeah. Interview and the process is always a pain. I also believe that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Especially the point you mentioned, being an engineer, you work hard for 4 years, then you got a data entry
yeah.
job.
So yeah,
That's
huh.
that's not a dream job. So
Yes.
before I start asking you question.
Hmm.
So why don't you introduce about yourself a little bit, like where are you from, your background, and probably stream.
Yeah. So my name is Prasad Dharmadhikari. I belong to Nasik, Maharashtra. I studied computer engineering in Indian Singapore School of Engineering, and I have aggregate, as I have also told you. I have aggregate of 59%. So that doesn't matter anymore now. So yeah, that's it. And coming to my hobbies, I like reading novels and watching web series.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's great. Uh, so I believe you joined a fellowship program during the lockdown period, right?
Yeah, I joined fellowship program on third of February.
Yeah, quite before, right?
Yeah,
My first question is to how to get into the fellowship program. Was it very tough? Like what are the things you should do? How many hours you should code or anything like that?
mm, actually, it wasn't so much tough, but it was mainly focused on our basics. What we learn in computer science, there are usually two or three subjects important in computer science. Actually, there are five. If we are going to interview in a very big product company such as Adobe, Microsoft, or whatever. And but to clear the fellowship round, we only should know the basics of programming concepts, and some data structures.
Right.
Be Take any programming language, be it C or C++ or Java, but you should know the data structure implementation, at least to up to basics. That, for example, even if we take example of stack, so there are two ways of implementing the stack. Okay, so by the use of array and by the use of linked list. So at least we should know the basic implementation of stack, uh, like that, and it's day-to-day applications. That's it. And we don't have to code for at like that, or we don't have to code for 24 hours constantly for joining the fellowship program. I think I had joined first of all the bootcamp program, because I also had the fear of coding. So almost much of students have the fear of coding, that how would I get into a coding company, how would I start for coding. So the Bridge Labs have 21 days coding boot camp, and there is also assessment test at every end of the week. As it is a 21 days bootcamp program, so they will have three tests. The as It means that we will have three chances. Don't what I said. Don't get nervous even if you get even if you don't clear the first attempt. We always have second attempt, and in the first attempt we get to know what the interviewer and what the test taker want from us much better. Okay, so yes, we just have to do some basic questions. Like in every website, we find the basic questions that Armstrong number, so simple interest calculation, and they have some boot camp. They also give the problems in the boot camp. So even if we do the problems correctly, even if we solve all the problems, even if we code for that much only problems in the boot camp, we any student would definitely clear the coding inter the technical interview and the Bridge Lab fellowship interview also.
Yeah.
That's a I would say that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Even
It's
if we
not that
solve the 21 days coding bootcamp problem,
Correct.
it's sufficient.
Yeah, so that's not really tough as far as I understand from your. So it's
Yeah.
just clearing your fundamentals and going ahead with the right
Yes.
approach. Yeah.
Yes.
So you talked about the 21 days boot camp, the free fellowship program. So
Ah.
lot of people wants to understand this. Is it really going to helpful in the IT industry, and how much it was
Sure.
helpful for you?
Sure. So before doing the boot camp, I was only I knew only one solution for a one problem. Okay, so for example, if we want to say for the Armstrong number, say okay, given whether to detect given number is Armstrong or not, I only knew the only there is one. I had that mindset in me that there is only one solution for the Armstrong number. But as we go further deeper and deeper in the bootcamp program, we I came to know that there are so many solutions to one problem. There are so many aspects of one problem, and the aspect which involves least coding and more what to say simplicity is the most wanted code for any problem solving. So in the boot
Correct.
camp, uh, as we go deeper and deeper, as we pass day by day, first day, second day, third day, ninth day, 11th day, the we surprisingly end up in building our problem solving skills by doing the problems on our own without taking anybody's help, without taking internet's help. We might fail in first attempt, in second attempt, in 10th attempt, but we would definitely succeed in 11th attempt of that problem. And when we succeed in that problem, whether the problem would be small or bigger and or tougher, we feel very joyful. We really enjoy that success of solving a problem on our own without taking anybody's help. So the I would suggest whether you know a small amount of coding, whether you are expert in coding, if you are expert in coding, that then it might be okay, it is okay. But if you are beginner or somewhat at proficient level in coding, so you should join the first boot camp, and after that it will really help you to do really help you to perform better in the fellowship also.
Correct. Yeah. That really makes sense, and in very detail you explained it in a very
Yeah.
nice approach. Uh,
Hmm.
so I got another question, which I'm not going to ask. You already answered it. Is the passing criteria or percentage criteria really
Yeah,
matters?
that doesn't matter actually.
Yeah. Yeah. So you really clearly answered that. Uh, so another question to you, any challenges and ups and downs you faced during this fellowship program? how do you keep yourself motivated, and what are the things you did, in this fellowship program?
Yeah. So my mentor was Prince Singh, as you might know him actually, and my ideation engineer was Mr. Sunil sir. So both of them helped me a lot to keep me motivated. So the problem statements uh, for every week were new. So there was a situation that some problems weren't being solved by me at the end of week. So they were always used to tell me that no, it's not like that, Prasad. You keep trying it, keep yourself motivated. You will surely find a new way or a better way of solving it or tackling it. That thing, that the continuous constant help from mentor and ideation engineer keeps you motivated. That's it.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So another question would be, about your job. So what is your job profile now, and how was your
Yeah,
joining after the
so
fellowship?
I joined on 15th of June
Yeah.
as a project engineer in Intellect Design. And basically, to tell about Intellect, Intellect is a financial banking, not financial banking, corporate banking, and what say, a global transaction banking fintech solution company. And it provides the softwares for corporate customers and the banks. Not for the banks are their corporate customers, in the simplest way we can say. So they provide uh, they provide the very good solutions and up to date solutions with the help of emerging technologies to the banks. The world's most leading banks, such as HSBC, is their biggest customer
Mm.
as of now. And HSBC, we can say Bank of Montreal. Bank of Montreal is in Dubai. So all of these big banks are their customers. So they provide the fintech solutions or transaction banking solutions to all of them.
Yeah. So which technology currently you're working on?
I am currently working on the HSBC upgrade they haven't prescribed me much about the technology, but the project, they have prescribed me about the project, that there is a HSBC upgrade project, uh, complete upgrade from front end to back end. So as I had joined with the 15 to 20 more students, which all of them were from Bridge Labs, and we all have get that HSBC upgrade project only.
Okay.
So I might be in a customization schedule of that HSBC. So the customizations that user wants from the intellect, I will be working on that. Mostly it would be of a backend. If you consider backend, there would be Spring Boot and Node.js, and in front end there is React.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So another very popular question I have. So a
Huh.
lot of students wants to understand, which organization to join, MNC or startup, service based or product based. So what advice will you give them?
Okay, so I won't blame any company or any category of that company, but there is a good suggestion from me that uh, you don't look up for the service based company. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनी ज्वाइन ही नहीं करनी चाहिए, लेकिन कंपनी ऐसी ज्वाइन करो जहां पे आपने जो सीखा है वो अप्लाई करने को मिले. Join that
Makes
company
sense.
which you can in which you can apply your gained knowledge in the fellowship. Okay, so the Bridge Lab will automatically do that, as Bridge Labs is anyway Bridge Labs is anyway providing you the placement in the company that you had worked for in the fellowship. Okay, so but even in our normal day to day life, join that company in which you can apply your knowledge You can apply your skills, your tactics to solve their problems with our
Correct.
knowledge, with our gained knowledge. Oh, always join that much company, whether be it a service based company, whether be it a product based, whether be it a MNC, whether be it a startup.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So another question would be to you, so what is the difference you see in yourself after this fellowship program?
Yeah, so the difference, there are actually quite much of differences, but I would tell some important difference, that first of all, my coding fear, the fear for coding has completely gone. Okay, so there is no fear of coding. Okay, so and second one is, you gain quite much of confidence in ourselves. Okay,
Yeah.
after completing the fellowship program successfully, you gain quite of confidence, much of confidence in ourselves. Okay, so I would say that in the month of October or November 2019, I wouldn't, I wasn't be able to frame even two or three sentences in English. So and now I am uh, trying to speak much of the English now, as I have as you have said.
Yeah.
So Bridge Lab also works on our soft skills also, by taking the CMO meeting, CMO meeting, CTO meeting, in that way.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of this Bridge Lab provides for free. That's the biggest achievement of Bridge Lab. That is the milestone. That's the masterpiece which Bridge Lab provides. It's for free. So anybody with the knowledge and the talent can grab this opportunity.
Yeah. I must say you speak a very good English. I don't see any kind of problem in the conversation pronunciation. Yeah.
Mm.
So almost now all questions are over. So something which we haven't discussed, any tip or advice would you like to give to the others who have enrolled for this program, and how someone can improve their coding skills?
So for improving coding skill, if there is only one way, you code. You code daily. So, for example, if you have a proficient in Python, in Java, so search for the problem statements which are available on Python. For example, if you are starting from beginning, so search for the beginner level problems for Python. Then slowly go to the proficient level. Then after that, go to the expert level. At least uh, to make your coding sword much what say sharper, you should always at least you should make a timetable of coding 2 hours daily, not any 6 to 9 hours constantly speaking in front of laptop or computer and making that noise of typing dang, 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 dang. That's not required. Okay, so code 2 hours, at least 2 hours daily, max to max 4 hours, but you should try to solve as much problem statements as you can. The maximum number of problem statements should be solved in one day. Try from very beginner problems, and day by day go on increasing the complexity of the problem.
Correct. So that was
Yeah.
a very good advice, because lot of people I see they code for like 8 to 10 hours. Sometimes they code for more than that. Uh,
That's actually not required. Okay, so you keep consistency in coding,
yeah,
as we get up in the morning and keep consistency in drinking tea or coffee every day, so that same consistency is required in coding also.
yeah,
Okay, so you have to code for 3 hours daily, no matter what comes in your way.
but the code
Take
should
one or
be
two problems, work on them, understand the problem, and code for them. That's it.
yeah,
You
but the
have to
code
do
should
it for
be hygienic, and should be very
yeah,
good and simple.
yeah, yes,
Thus, you should solve as many as problem you can.
yes, yes, yes.
So yeah,
At the beginning level, you might not get the code hygiene, but try to improve in the next problem statement. Okay,
correct.
so even if in the fellowship program there are so many problem statements you are going to work on, but my suggestion is you can search for the problems that are related to that problem. Okay, so if any big problems comes in your way to solve it, so try to break down in the smaller parts of code. Okay, so for example, there is a famous problem statement in fellowship that is census analyzer problem. So what you should do is that break down the problem in smaller parts, code for every smaller part of them, and after that merge the all parts of the code into one. And after that you should constantly refactor that code, so constantly changing that code, so that you can see the code. No, I can do better at this. No, I can use another data structure at here, so it might get executed in lesser amount of time. You have to think for every problem statement that how to reduce the complexity, how to use the efficient data structures. These two things we have to keep in your mind
Yeah, that's the
for
best
solving
advice I think
coding.
everyone should follow what Prasad has given.
Yeah,
To segregate the problem statements into different parts and solve it, then merge
yeah.
it and
Even
maintain
if
all those
we
things.
follow this problem, even if we follow this practice or follow this way up to 1 or 1.5 month, after 1.5 month you should you would see yourself as a proficient coder. That's it. That's only required,
Correct.
that you should know the basics and the way and the approach you look up to any problem statement. That's only required by the company.
Correct.
And no any company requires you to be high level expert coder, like expert coder from the Google. No company would tell you that I want you to code like Google codes. That's not like that. They might always tell you that you see the problem, you analyze the problem, you find the better solution for it, you find the most efficient solution for it, and then that's it. You have code. That's you have coded it.
That was really good, great advice from you, right?
Yeah.
So my questions are all over. So it's a very pleasure to talking to you. I hope
Thank you.
people will learn a lot from this the experience. It's an amazing
Yeah, yeah.
experience, I must say. And
Mm,
always stay connected and wish you all the best from the
yeah,
team.
sure. Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you so